take a few episodes and just kind
and
of...
a little mustard up.
What is that? Is that a song? Or did you just make that up?
You know, don't worry about it.
I feel like I should. I feel like I should worry about you. What is in that tea? What's up, everybody?
What's up? How's it going?
Well, welcome back to the Hargests On Deck podcast.
I don't even know how to say hi.
You know,
it's been so long.
It's been so long. We are back. Yeah. It's been a whole year.
Yeah, we've been gone, in case you haven't noticed.
Yeah, I hope you've noticed.
Yeah, where have you been? I've been looking for this guy everywhere.
Here I am.
Here you are. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Is it you?
It's me.
I'm so glad to find you.
We're back.
Yeah.
Yes, the Hargests On Deck podcast is back for another year of episodes because the last one we shot was in April of 2023, if you can believe it. I know.
Crazy.
I think in that episode, I was eating 10 greasy egg rolls in an hour just to prove that I could do it from an old challenge years and years ago. So
wow, you know, if that was the last episode we filmed, the people possibly think that maybe you didn't make it.
I know, that's true. That's true. We didn't say anything at all. It
but
was
he's
like
here.
I'm here.
He survived the 10 egg rolls, and
Yes.
we have a lot to catch up on. We hope that you feel today how one feels. What? I have suddenly forgotten how to speak.
You know, it's been so long. We got to shake the rust off.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
You know how you have your best friend you grow up with, you see him every day, and then maybe you move away and you don't see him for years, and then one day you reconnect, you see each other, and it's just like old times, and you just pick up where you left off. And so that's what we're hoping this feels like today. And I keep hitting the mic. Sorry.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
I hope that you guys welcome us back just like it was before, and hopefully a bunch of new viewers and visitors here.
Let's go.
Thank you for joining us. If you don't know what this podcast is or this channel is on YouTube, we are a husband and wife, high school sweethearts, been together for a very long time.
Yeah, we're about to celebrate 13 years
of marriage.
Yes. I was going to say next week or 2 weeks. No, a couple weeks.
Oh, a couple weeks, yeah.
Okay.
I was like, you scared me for a second because I remember the date.
I think it's a couple weeks away.
It's at least
13 years coming up.
Yes, exactly.
We'll talk about that later.
Hey, yeah, actually it's 3 weeks. 3 weeks away.
Okay.
So, I just want to make sure everybody knows that I know what my anniversary
plans
is.
For me. You taking me somewhere nice? We'll
yeah,
talk
actually, I need
about that
to
later.
work on that. I'm sorry. But
fine.
yes, we've actually been together longer than that, though. We dated for 6 years before that because I guess I just could not put a ring on it.
And then we were friends for a year before that.
I
so
know.
basically, we've been together 72 years.
We're almost at 20 years of being together, knowing each other.
Yeah, aren't we?
Crazy.
No, we already are there, right?
This is year
like
20?
Year 20?
I think. It's 2024 now.
I feel like we should celebrate.
I know. It's either this year or next year. But regardless, we've been together for a very long time. We have 3 wonderful little boys, and we just want this podcast to be just us sharing life stories. I would say tips and tricks from that, but I don't know if we're that skilled enough to offer.
We don't have any tips and tricks. We'll just tell you what we do and probably how we messed up, and then you can learn from that.
Exactly. And this is, like we said, it's been a year. This year, we kind of just wanted to be more relaxed, and this podcast just be whatever is happening. That's what we're going to share with you. Last year, we tried to make a lot of very specific episodes where it was like, we're going to talk about this, and maybe we'll do that. But we're probably just going to talk what's on our mind.
Yeah, we're not very professional. We try sometimes, but I like to just chill,
and hang out.
Like I made some hot tea. I'm just going to sip on my tea.
I like that.
I'm going to just chill in this chair. I was going to get a blanket, honestly, just to even just snuggle
really
up
good.
with. And just a relaxing time hanging out with my best friend and then all my other best friends out there, you guys. So we're just going to chill. A bunch of besties hanging out. That's what this is.
That's what this is.
All right.
So I hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for more. This is, if you're not watching this on YouTube, we are on YouTube. The video is. We're also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere that you get podcasts, it's going to be there. And if there's not a place that you enjoy podcasts, let us know, and we will put it there too, hopefully.
Yeah.
You can find us on Instagram at Hargests On Deck. Of course, YouTube as well.
If you're not watching, Brandon has grown his hair out to dreadlocks. So you might want to scoot on over to the YouTubes to check it out. You think that'll get people to come watch?
That would be really, really fun for people to go, oh, wait, what?
I'm just kidding.
No, I don't.
But I thought maybe that would help people jump over to YouTube to watch if they thought you came version. Back season 2 with some dreadlocks.
Season 2.
Oh,
are we? I don't want to talk.
What is it?
I asked you this earlier. Season 2. So there are some podcasts out there that kind of have their first run of episodes or whatever, because it's not like a TV show. It's not. Yeah. This is just a hangout. Whatever. Yeah. We're shooting videos on YouTube basically. But a lot of people say we're coming back with season 2 of our podcast. I don't know what I think about that. What are your thoughts?
What do you mean? Why does that bother you?
I don't know. It just feels a little forced, like little.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I feel like it's just factual.
It is factual, and this technically is our season 2.
Okay.
I know. I'm just saying.
Mr. Judgy pants.
No, I'm not judging anything. I just feel like, well, like you said, we're not a super professional, so like it feels too much for us.
All right. So what is this?
Year, a new year of Hargests On Deck.
New year, new me. New year, new us.
Or new year, new you is what usually they say.
Okay, but
that's the
this
saying
is us.
This is us.
Isn't that a show? I don't know. All right.
I think it is. And we're off to a great start.
We're so good at this. We should probably cut all that.
We should.
Because it makes no sense.
Probably, but we're not going to because we're just rolling.
Actually, I'm not rolling. I'm just sitting in this chair. If I was rolling.
Wow.
I get dizzy.
Your dad jokes.
I get dizzy so easily. That's why I can't do the teacups.
I just want to apologize for everybody. Maybe we should have more structure in our podcasts.
No,
because,
I don't like structure.
I feel like I wanted to come back with this new year with something like a little bit more official. Like we moved into this house 2.5 years ago. We love it. It's amazing. And one of the best things about the house was we had a basement, which is awesome. And there was an unfinished room in the basement that we were like, we're going to make this our podcast / YouTube filming room, and we're gonna have the lights, the cameras, everything set up, a nice little set, if you will, and it's gonna be easy to just shoot episodes. And it's been 2.5 years, and we've done absolutely nothing with that room.
That would have been too easy to have a nice room that everything's always set up. It would have been too easy for us. We like a little challenge, so we said we're not gonna finish that room. We're just gonna keep filming in the living room where we have to set up every time. So
we're back in our living room here where we have to move everything and get it all set up every time we shoot. And it would have been really cool if it was like, hey, we're going to come back, a new year, new look.
Yeah. Dreadlocks, I said.
What?
We could both have a whole new look.
Yeah. Oh, dreadlocks.
Yours would be dreads.
Man, you're really going with that. I feel like, is that somthing you want to see?
No,
I don't know if I can do it nowadays.
I've never tried to picture you in dreadlocks.
Well, don't get your hopes up because I don't think much hair is going to continue to grow out of this head.
Oh, okay.
All right. I am getting older. Anyway, but no, we're still in our living room here. Maybe one day we'll get that room finished long after this podcast is officially gone. But
now we have a drum set in there.
Yeah, we do.
There's not much space.
And an extra freezer and Christmas trees, and that's depressing when I think about it. We're gonna build that out. Okay. We're gonna do it.
Let's do
that.
Let's do it. I'm tired just thinking about it.
I am too, actually. Anyway, we're going to jump into what's happened over the past year, since a lot has happened to us and our family in 2023. And so we figured we'd just do a little bit of catching up, take a few episodes and just kind of...
and a little mustering up.
What is that? Is that a song? Or did you just make that up?
Don't worry about it.
I feel like I should. I feel like I should worry about you. What is in that tea? Because
it's honestly just monk fruit.
Monk fruit.
Sweetener. Monk fruit sweetener.
Monk fruit sweetener.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a reason why you're drinking monk fruit sweetener.
Well,
do we want to jump into that now?
I don't know. I mean, let's just
pick
up where we. Yeah,
okay.
So many have already clicked off.
I know.
Let's get them to stay.
Let's get them
Brandon.
To stay. All right.
Say something that will make the people stay right now.
Do you like?
Because there are people considering considering clicking off right now. Ooh.
I'm sure they're already gone.
Don't go, please.
Those drop rates usually go quick on YouTube videos.
Oh, really?
Well, not just ours, everybody's.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, they're still there.
That's so sad. Okay, we'll say something to make them stay.
Okay, do you like baseball? Because we're going to talk about baseball.
Okay, that sounds boring.
Well, baseball just started this
Yes,
week.
it did.
It is baseball season.
We love baseball.
We do love baseball, and I mean we're
a baseball family.
We're a baseball family.
Yeah,
we are. And you grew up. Ashley is one of 5 kids, if you didn't know, and she and her brothers and sisters were at the baseball fields every night, basically.
Every night. We pitched a tent and we slept there.
Yes. Yeah. You had your box of snacks in the car.
We didn't actually sleep there, but we.
Glad you clarified that.
Just want people to worry about it. I was like, oh, your upbringing. My mom would, she's the best. And she would, because we were always at the ball fields, and so she always had snacks in the car. She had this big old crate just full of snacks for us to just always grab.
And now Ashley wants to do that for our kids.
Yeah, well, I got lots of snacks. They're just not in the car. They're here. They're in the pantry, and so I just have to remember to grab them every time. But I'm like, mom had a good idea with that
time for the crate.
We need the crate. Time for the crate.
Yes. I played Little League a little bit back in the day before I jumped into the music business at an early age. But we have 3 little boys, like I mentioned, and they are all in their own team/division. And so it's crazy for us right now. We are literally at the ball fields almost every day as well.
Every day except Sunday.
Yes.
We are there for hours.
That's correct. Yes, hours.
Yeah.
And we love it. It's a great time.
We do.
But this year's a little bit different. Last year, we had the kids on 2 different teams, and I got to be head coach of those 2 teams, which was awesome. I had a blast coaching. Your dad was one of my assistant coaches. My dad was an assistant coach. You helped out some as well, and we had a blast. It was awesome. One of the things I didn't realize was how competitive Little League actually was.
How competitive we are.
Okay.
I shocked myself.
Yes, you shocked.
And not in a good way.
You shocked me as well.
I would get so anxious and nervous at these ball games. I was like, what are you doing? This is Little League. I would pace back and forth. I don't bite my nails. But I would bite my nails at the ball games. Pretty sad.
Yes, it was a little bit stressful.
So fun.
It was fun because, like I said, it was competitive. I mean, the first 2 years, because this is our 4th year now. So last year was the first time Mason, he's our oldest, he was in 7-9 coach pitch. We had a lot of fun. The kids were awesome. We had a great group of kids.
We did.
Great families that got to play with. And it just felt like, I don't want to sound too dramatic, but it felt like it felt like one of those movies or where you start off and we were just like, the
underdogs.
We were the underdogs, it felt like. And we slowly just kept winning game after game after game.
Woo!
Maybe, had one loss or 2 in the middle.
Well, you have to have that in the middle of the movie. You got to have some sort of thing that,
brought us back down to earth.
Challenge.
Faced a team who is one of the best in the division and it, helped wake us up a little bit, Yeah,
because we were sleeping a little bit.
Well, yes.
We fell asleep at one point.
But the cool thing was, I don't want it to sound like, it was us. It was the kids. They had a lot of fun.
Look what we did.
Yes. But we, the kids, we ended up ended the whole regular season first place, which was awesome.
Can you believe
First seed of the but there's a tournament we had to go to.
Yes.
So
yes,
it was really cool that we got to advance to that, and I could tell a long story. And I would love to tell a long story.
But we want to keep the people.
We don't want you to get bored about baseball. Long story short, we ended up making it all the way to the championship game, and it was great.
What a rush!
Yes, it was a huge rush to just keep winning and get to that last game. Sadly, because of rainouts, we were going to have to miss the championship game because we were going to be in Florida for our annual beach trip. And that was it was a really hard decision to decide, do we just skip it? Do we drive down because we were going down on Saturday? Do we come back because the game was on Monday? Drive is like 6.5 hours away, so it's doable. It was
crazy talk.
I know. But Mason was excited. And we had to ask him, do you want to go or do you want to stay with your cousins, aunts, uncles, and everything? your grandmother, and he decided, let's just stay. And a lot of families were telling us, just stay, don't drive. Because I literally was thinking, let's drive 6.5 hours back that morning, play the game, and then turn around and drive back to the beach because we have so much fun.
That's insane.
And I didn't want to leave and just miss a whole day because they were only there for, a week. So
yeah. That would have been dumb.
It would have been dumb.
So we're glad that we have loved ones in our life who talk some sense into us.
Yes, absolutely. So we decided we're going to stay there, and I got a play-by-play because your dad, assistant coach, he stayed down there because he had some work, but he was at the game. My mom and dad were both at the game, and so my mom was giving me a play-by-play of what was going on. And I'm telling you, we were playing a game with the family, and I had to stop and just go over and just keep texting because it was so intense. They were down, they were losing by, I don't know, like 7 or 8 runs. It was one of those depressing things. We literally thought at one point the game was going to be over. Yep. It was down to literally like the last out of an inning. All of a sudden, the last inning, the kids came back, and in the championship game, they pulled out a win.
We did it.
It was amazing.
They did it.
We did not do it. We were rooting them on from Florida, but we got to jump on FaceTime with the kids afterwards. Mason got to see his team. I got to congratulate them, even though I wasn't there for that last game. But it was so much fun. We had a great time.
It was sad to see that season come to an end.
I know. Yeah.
It felt like a family at the end.
It really did. That did lead into a pretty big thing that happened to me last year that was part of the reason why we didn't really jump into many podcasts. This is so dumb, in the first practice of Mason's team, to try and build rapport and be like a fun coach, like, hey, kids, we're gonna do well, we're gonna listen, we're gonna pay attention, we're also gonna have some fun. I ended up racing the kids around the bases. They were like, let's race. And I was like, I'm getting older. And they're like, no, let's do it. I'm like, okay, fine. Let's run. And they wanted to do it individually. So I had to race around the bases 8 times for each of the kids that were there that night. And of course, I can't let them beat me. So I am full on sprint around the whole diamond. And just 1, all right, 2. And at the end, I didn't stretch or anything because I am not smart. I just took off running, and I felt it a little bit afterwards. I was like, oh, man, I'm out of shape. And then like a week later, I was feeling a lot of pain in my back. And I was like, what is going on here? I didn't know what it was. Nothing really popped after the actual, running of the bases. And that's the only thing that was athletic that I was doing at the time. That's the only thing I could think of. But I started feeling real back pain. Towards the end of the season, I decided I got to figure this out. And I went to see a chiropractor, and they did x-rays. They were like, oh, there's been some long-term issues, I guess, over
it's been
time.
20 years in the making.
20 years in the making, yeah.
What were you doing 20 years ago?
Well, a lot of people know this, but I was in a band a long time ago, and we did a lot of dancing and flipping back then. I guess over time, just caused damage to my back, and I guess this was the final straw that caused issues. And I started seeing the chiropractor 15 times. Nothing was working. And it was baffling all these doctors, these chiropractors. And
you were getting worse.
I was getting worse and didn't know why. And so finally they were like, we need to do an MRI and see what's going on. And when I had that done, it showed that we're going to get into some medical terms here. The L4, L5, and the L5S1 discs in between my vertebrae were protruding and pushing into my nerve, and was causing pain down the lower back all the way down my left leg. And it was really intense pain. Like, I had trouble walking, sitting down, standing up. It was pretty bad. They got the MRI results back, and they said, I think we need to send you to an orthopedic surgeon to take a look at it. So not to drag this story out too long, but went to go see a surgeon, and they said, you know what we can do? We can do a microdiscectomy, go in there and kind of cut away at that disc that's pushing on your nerve, and hopefully it'll feel better. I'm like, great. That sounds awesome. It was back in October. I finally had the surgery, and it's a 12-week recovery. By 6 weeks, the pain was still there, the nerve pain. We did wait the whole 12 weeks just to make sure, tried a couple other things in between with medication, and decided to have the surgery a second time. in February. And that's what I'm on right now. So I am currently 7 weeks at the time of this recording into the second surgery, and still have back pain. The same back pain. I will say it does feel like some days are better, some days are worse, which was different because the first time it was just constantly worse. So we're hoping that it does get better once 12 weeks goes by. So between the two of us and our health problems with your rheumatoid arthritis, with my back surgery, we have been hobbling around. We feel way older for our age.
Yeah. We're just the hobbling duo. Maybe we'll rename the podcast the Hobbling Duo. No?
I don't know what I think about that.
People might want to tune into that. Be like, what are these two up to?
That feels... I don't know what to think about that. Anyway, so what else is new? What else? I mean, that was a big part of last year.
This shirt is new.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
It's pretty. I like it.
Thank you. Anyways,
yes. What happened with you? I mean, that was a big thing in my life,
me?
but you had something big happen.
Yeah. I did. Not too long after that. At the beginning or the new year.
Yes.
Actually, January 1st.
January 1st was
when it all began. I got a job.
You got a job.
I got a job. I'm a big girl now.
You are
Mommy,
a working
wow.
girl.
I'm a big girl now.
Big kid now.
I know. I changed it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you knew.
That's like a pull-up commercial or something.
That is
right?
a pull-up commercial. Pull-ups.
Pull-ups. Yes, I got a job and I am loving it and I'm so thankful for it.
Yes.
And it's working with you.
It is. It's working.
Yep.
Side by side.
Side by side.
Yes.
We are working for the same ministry, and it has been the biggest blessing in our family's life, and we are so grateful for it. We love the people that we get to work with. We love the ministry's focus. It's all about sharing the gospel, and I get to be over all the social media stuff, which I love.
Yes.
So I started that at the beginning of the year, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, all that time on social media for you, making those reels, has paid off. So, yeah, that's something I'm very excited about, that we do get to work together. And it was awesome because you can still do this, obviously. Well, I say obviously. If you're new to the podcast, Ashley is a stay-at-home mom, gets to homeschool all 3 boys, which is awesome. We are grateful that she gets to do that, but she's able to do this job alongside of that. So it doesn't take her away from the kids, and she gets to work here from home. And again, like she said, it's working with amazing people and an amazing purpose. So I'm glad that you get to be there, and I get to help you with videos, because
we have to collab on a lot of things. Yeah.
So it's been a blast working side by side with my wife and best friend. I should say, if you haven't followed Soldiers for Faith on any of the social platforms,
plug it in.
Go follow, because Ashley's on there taking care of all that posting, and she go say hi to her over there. So we shared a little bit about the organization in the past, but yeah, we do a lot of different things as a ministry. And just real quick, because it's a new year, and people may have never heard of it before, but Soldiers for Faith, their main thing that they do is call-in Bible studies that are free. Anybody can join them from wherever. It's a phone call. You call in at a certain time and be on a study with a bunch of other people. I think we have like over 30 studies a week, so there's something for men, women, families, kids, special needs, international studies, and you just find the time that fits best for you and jump in, and it's awesome.
If you guys want to join one,
yes,
it's super easy to
sign up.
soldiersforfaith.com and click on Bible studies, and you can find the one that works for your schedule.
Yes.
So I'm just going to share that real quick.
Yes.
For anyone who wants to join.
Exactly. In fact, your dad leads one for the youth.
Yep.
And I help facilitate that with him, and it's really cool. Carter, who we've mentioned before, he leads one on Friday that I've actually been a part of for the past 3 years, which, that was before I started working with Soldiers for Faith. And anyway, so that's really cool. That's a huge part of what we do at the ministry. And one of the main things that I do is work with kids, special needs kids, youth, all over. And we have these gaming events where we rent out an arcade or a place in different cities on a monthly basis, and the kids get to come together, hang out with each other, play. We have mentors that come and hang out with the kids and pour into them. We have food brought in, usually from Chick-fil-A, and we have somebody lead a devotional. I got to help lead one of those in Dallas last month, and at the end we have a tournament with prizes that the kids can win, and it's super awesome. We've been doing that now for 2 years. We have one in Nashville, we have one in Dallas, we started one in San Marcos, Texas, which is awesome.
Crazy.
Because why?
That's where I grew up, San Marcos, Texas. That was so wild to me when you said that that's where y'all are doing.
Yes.
You were doing your next Warriors gaming event. I was like, what?
I know.
What?
And that was actually really cool too, because there was a guy out there who was listening to a podcast of a friend of ours, very successful, Gabe Patillo. He is a musician, but he's been doing a video game podcast for a while, and he's helped out and volunteered with us. And he talked about it on his podcast, and this guy was like, that sounds awesome. How do I get that to come to my area? And he connected us, and we now do an event out there with him in San Marcos, and it was just a crazy thing, because it's like, oh my goodness, my wife and her family grew up in this small town in Texas, and now here we are years later doing an event there. So, and we're about to start one in LA, so Los Angeles, California. We may go to other places as well. Just we're going where the Lord takes us, and we're just trying to keep up. So
Soldiers for Faith also has a sports program, and they have like soccer basketball. That's a new sport. And golf. And
you're not even going to address what I just said. She's going to say that was
basketball.
lame, and just going to keep moving on.
It's a new sport the kids are playing. Soccer basketball.
Yes.
It's you shoot the soccer ball in the hoop. So
you just went further.
Then sometimes you kick the basketball into the goal. So soccer basketball.
Yes, soccer, basketball, and
golf.
Check it out.
Yeah, am I forgetting a sport?
That's what it is right now. We're hoping that Coach Robbie over there does some more sports, because our boys really enjoy everything they do. Oh, they do PE classes
Coach
as well.
Robbie is the best, and they have a devotional time in the middle of practice, and just a time to pray with the kids and get in God's word, and it's just amazing.
It is awesome. There's more things that Soldiers for Faith does as well. Like we have a concert series where artists perform on stage, and it's a live digital concert. You can see remotely from your house. Just super cool events. A lot of cool things, and everything they do is free, which is awesome when it comes to the Bible studies and the Warriors gaming events, the concerts. So anyway, that's our little spiel about our jobs. Thank you for listening to all that. But yeah, it's been a busy year in the past, and I know there's tons of other things that have happened that I can't even remember now.
A lot of good things and a lot of really hard things.
Yes. And we might talk about that in a future episode or so. But we wanted to catch you guys up and just say, hey, we're back. We're going to be back more regularly. We do want to do this more consistent.
Yeah, we love it.
And we've said that in the past. Like, we were like, oh, we got to be more consistent.
They don't believe us.
They don't.
It's fine. You have no reason to believe us.
Not at all.
No, that sounds terrible.
Well, no. You do have a reason to believe us.
We're back.
We're back.
We're here to stay.
But in the past, we, for the podcast, I remember you telling me, like, we can't say we're back every podcast, because we'd go and do like a couple weeks, and then we'd like take a few weeks off and then come back. Well, we're back. And well, now we are.
Yeah, we just like to play hard to get over here, honestly. So
yes,
we hope you're into that.
So stay tuned for more, and let us know if there's things you want to hear. I know we had a lot of episodes last year around Jump 5, because I know a lot of you guys were interested in that. But we're going to just chill on the couches, chairs, and just talk about life and all that comes from that. And we hope you're interested in that.
Yeah, you just never know where these episodes are going to go.
Yeah. So
and my eyelids are getting heavy. We love to film so late at night.
It was not our intention.
I know. We were supposed to film actually in the morning.
We were.
That didn't happen. Then we were going to film in the afternoon today, and then that didn't happen.
Then we had a baseball game tonight, and so
it's very late.
So we're going to go to bed. But you guys enjoy. Let us know what you think, and make sure you comment, subscribe.
Yeah, all that
things.
stuff.
Oh, it's been so long. You do that still, right?
Can they give like a rating?
They can give a rating on podcast
We'd
services.
love a 5-star rating.
We would, but
nothing less.
But we're not going to ask you for it.
Why not? Can't we not?
I don't.
Is that awkward?
I worked at Apple for a few years, and we were told never to ask for that stuff. So.
Okay. Well,
hopefully they would want to.
Okay.
But please, check us out on Instagram too. We're gonna be. I have told Ashley because she's really good on her Instagram at Ashley Hargest. Go check her out there because she's hilarious.
Thanks for the plug.
Yes,
so nice.
absolutely. But we're gonna do better at Instagram for ourselves too. We're gonna be posting on that regularly as well.
Oh wow!
I know, pressure's on. We're saying it here, so it's gonna happen. I hope. But we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out and being with us and coming back to this. And we hope to see you in many, many more episodes to come.
Yeah.
So
we do.
Anything else?
We love you guys. No, I'm just. I just love you.
I love you.
That's all.
We love you. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next episode.
Woo! See ya. What? Did we
said that the same time, the same way. Just very. See ya. Oh, that was not as good the second time. Bye.
Peace out.